happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. I know you guys could probably already tell. It is going down. Just by that title alone, guys, definitely gonna want to see this one, as it seems the First Lady Jill Biden is truly leaving no grudge left unturned. In this newest update, she is now pledging to come after the Pelosi's, the Clintons, and the Obamas for the way that they forcefully shoved out her husband Joe Biden, the 2024 presidential race, guys. I'm excited to get into it, so I'm straight into it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we even get into it, you guys, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
Jill views Democrats on Capitol Hill, the wider party, the Obamas, staff inside and outside the White House, the media, and all of Washington, D.C. with such misguided resentment that I can't imagine she isn't encouraging Joe to burn the whole thing down despite his better judgment. Yowza. Michelle?
You know, it makes you wonder if Jill planted some butter or grease on those steps that Nancy Pelosi recently slipped on. Like if she got there first and sort of oiled the steps so that Nancy might fall and break her hip. Did anyone else think of that about Nancy Pelosi falling and breaking her hip?
We kid.
You know, we kid. But listen, they're so concerned about his legacy right now, but they continue to diminish it with the student loans, with the pardons and the commutations, with all of these stupid things that they continue to do and say. And the Hunter Biden, you know, I think it was PolitiFact the other day said the lie of the year for 2024 was Trump's and Vance saying that Haitian immigrants were eating pets. Hang on, that's the lie of the year? Not, I will not pardon my son? Not Joe Biden sharp as a tack? That's not the biggest lie of the year. They called the Haitian immigrant lie so consequential. Like saying that Biden was on his game wasn't consequent. I beg to do. This is a dishonest administration. It has been, and everything around it is.
I'm not suggesting that you know something about revenge. Emily.
It is in my DNA.
Emily. However, this doesn't seem potentially off base to suggest the anger in.
It's not off base or what, so this is right on track. Jill Biden, you gotta think about who is truly behind the wheel of this bus. You look back, they're all talking about the decline, you know, the cognitive state of Joe Biden, that he was just not all the way there. So who was truly driving this bus? It was Joe Biden. So for them to force his hand, Joe Biden, you know, shoving him out the way after that first presidential debate. I mean, come on. It was essentially them shoving Jill too. She's like, what the heck, guys? I believe that we truly had a dog in this fight. I don't see why you're trying to, you know, swap us out of nowhere. I mean, come on, you guys. Of course, she's ready to get her revenge, some type of act of retribution against all these folks who, you know, just went behind their back and pushed out old Joe.
Inside the executive quarters.
And if you take longevity as any indication of actuality, then we've been hearing since before this president was president that Jill Biden had a massive issue, for example, with Kamala Harris, that she carried a chip on her shoulder for the offense that she took on behalf of her husband. That frequently throughout the entire 4 years and prior to that, she took personal hubris at how her husband was treated or things that was said about him. I also think it is no secret that she was the gas behind the vehicle of having him run again. I think that he shoulders a ton of the ego blame, but there was definitely, when you talked about how the agencies can run on their own for quite a while, you know, or at least for some time without truly a leader, I don't know if he would have declared for a second term, frankly. And I think given the volume and energy on her side, it was clear that the gas was coming from her. So yes, makes sense that the anger is shouldered by her as well. And I think, look, we saw all the wearing red. I do think she voted for Trump. And I think she is gleeful that Kamala did not win, as is her husband.
I mean, we seen the way, what was that, in Paris, at Notre Dame, how the way that Jill Biden was just all over not Hunter Biden, oh my goodness, all over Donald Trump, excuse me, guys. It turned into an ad campaign, a marketing moment for the marketing genius Donald Trump, where he's saying, hey, buy my cologne, fight, fight, fight. Got men and women perfume and cologne that will have even your enemies falling over you head over heels. I mean, come on, you can't beat that.
I think she voted for Trump. And I think
She
she is
definitely did.
gleeful that Kamala did not win, as is her husband. They are very happy.
Remember, she essentially ran the last cabinet meeting.
Yeah.
And there had to be someone
Come on.
it had to be Jill Biden propping Joe Biden up for the last several years. I sat on this sofa, not last July, but July last year, talking about we could see that he was in cognitive decline. Any American could see what was going on.
And she spent time with him morning, noon, and night. So she knew better than anybody the cognitive decline that we all saw. She knew it better, and she didn't care. Let's think about the rest of Jill Biden's life, though. So she spent the last 4 years, really the last probably 15 years or more, being able to fly around the world, being greeted as some kind of an honorable figure, which she still is. She's going to be a former first lady, but she's had a meal ticket with the Biden family, business, whatever that entails, right? We'll probably never know. But think about the rest of her life. She's going to be pushing probably Joe Biden around in a wheelchair, having to tend to his needs. She's not going to have the fanfare. She is angry, not at the Democrat Party. She's angry that this is over for her, and she's bitter about it. I watch enough Real Housewives to know exactly what Jill Biden is feeling right now. And it's the hatred of the fact that all of her glamour and esteem is slowly trickling away, and she's not going to go out without making some waves.
And she's mad about who came after, who was the ultimate deciding factor of, her getting pushed out of the limelight, her and her husband. I mean, come on. And that's why she relates with Donald Trump so much right now. An enemy of my enemy is my friend.
And she's not going to go out without making some waves.
And guess who the soon-to-be former first family might have to live with in Delaware? Hunter.
Yikes. Well,
Party at their house.
I'd be bitter.
Any street cop will tell you, I'm glad you guys came to me last, because any street cop will tell you, it's a lot easier to get in the middle of two guys fighting than two women fighting. And apparently Jill really has it in for Nancy. Well, my question is this. They want to burn the whole thing down. I want details. Burn what down? You lost the House, you lost the Senate, you lost the president. There's nothing left to burn. The sinking ship right now. The USS Democratic Party has slipped beneath the waves. There's nothing really left here. So
I beg to differ. It's a little bit more digging. If Joe Biden really wants this thing to get all the way messy, I think she'd go ahead and release Nancy's involvement, the whole JC. Because, I mean, come on. It's right there in front of her. If you're really upset, you really want to get back at her, get your revenge, I think that's how you do it. Come after, hit Nancy right at the knees.
the USS Democratic Party has slipped beneath the waves. There's nothing really left here. So I don't know where all this is coming from. And it scans to me like a fight in the day room of an old age home. Oh. I mean, really, what are they fighting about? Pelosi, Jill Biden, retire already.
Yo, there we have it, guys. I'm not sure. I feel like the Democratic Party has kind of crashed and burned, went down with a thud. But there is still a couple blows left to be dealt by Jill Biden, if deemed necessary. And I think she starts off with the Pelosi's, maybe even the Clintons, and dare I say the Obamas, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section. It seems like Jill Biden is at her last wit with all these folks, the ones who sat and played in her face. They smiled in her face, but behind closed doors, they were talking about her, talking about her husband, talking about shoving them out, and she just is so angry for that. I feel like she comes after them, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section. You let me know your thoughts. Does she come after them, or does she let it ride? Let me know what you're thinking. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you did enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one week.